Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames. Yes, we're gonna talk about Ye and Bianca because there are so many speculations about what Ye and Bianca was doing on a riverboat in Italy on Sunday. And I'm looking at the photographs from the press and I'm asking, is it that people are not paying attention to realize that all of these photographs, they were strategically placed in the media to give an impression that really does not exist. And I want you guys to just lend me your attention for a little bit because I want to show to you guys, I want to prove to you that um, what people are saying that Bianca was doing her husband a favor while on this boat did not exist. But it's all a ploy to, call out Ye and Bianca for being nasty, for being, just disgusting in public. Because when it comes to Ye and Bianca, that is how they have been portraying this couple consistently, right? So basically, from the photographs, what you can see is that Ye was basically seated up at the top, right? No, Bianca was seated on the seat. Ye was at the top initially. So when Ye realized that the boat immediately was all up in Bianca's face, right? She went in front of him to basically hit her face. Another photographer, what they did was to capture Bianca's reaction on the other side that she was sitting. So if you notice, the side that she has her hand up, and they basically went onto the other side, and Bianca looked up, they captured that photograph, right? But what you guys are not noticing is the fact that while you was seated at the top, he could sit there, but there was no seat for Bianca to sit exactly up where Ye was sitting, but there was a seat like about 4 inches down. If you guys have been in on any of these boats, right? There was a seat like about 4 inches or so down. That was where I'm gonna say maybe, yeah, about 4 inches. So that is where Bianca was seated. And she basically initially hit her face, in front of her husband. Then you could see Ye and Bianca basically talking to the boat captain or the driver of the boat, basically saying she's gonna switch her position. She's gonna go basically below deck to sit. You could see the driver, having that interaction with them. Now, when we talk about these things, we know trolls are going to come in and say, you were not there, because the idea is to have the public misled as to, what is going on. So there has been a consistent campaign to mislead the public as to where Ye and Bianca's intentions lies. So they spoke to the boat captain and she stepped down to, take the lower seat. So too the other young lady that was with them. And you could see when Bianca was walking in, right? Now, remember, they're not going to give you an entire video with every play-by-play moment. But what you can clearly see that even from the initial stage of the boat taking off, there was another boat immediately behind them. When you realize that the boat behind them was just acting as though they were trying to catch up to them just to get photographs of them as close as possible, that is when Ye practically bent over, basically saying, kiss my assets, because you guys have been using the media to say, arrest my wife, find her a fee and make no mistakes, right? The media has been telling a lot of people that, oh my God, he has been abusing his wife. He's this, he's that. But people are not paying attention to when content creators put out a report about who Bianca's dad is or her family. So I'm going to insert that right here. Bianca is not a woman who a man can feel comfortable enough to abuse. Kim gave the impression that Ye is an abuser. No other woman ever did that. They would normally say he's controlling, but he's not. And if he was controlling, he cannot do that with Bianca because Bianca's dad is Eris Leo Sensori. If you want to know about Bianca's dad, I want to implore you to go ahead and check out my other videos so that you understand the structure, the upbringing of this young lady. The moment that there was discussions in the media about Bianca being possibly controlled or abused by Ye, if you knew who Bianca's dad is, even if Bianca didn't want to stand up for herself, if you knew who Bianca's dad is, you know that Bianca would have been out of that relationship and her ass back to Australia as old as she is. So there are details that people are not paying attention to because attention to those details does not serve them, right? What serves them is to um, tarnish his image and his wife's image, because if he's not going back to Kim and if he looks as though he's surviving, he's thriving, he's living, how dare you be happy? How dare you thrive? How dare you survive? So, how did we cancel Ye initially? The media. Ari Emanuel wrote to media outlets and say all companies should cut ties with Ye and his mental health should not be taken into consideration because Ye is a damn clown, right? Well, we have other men in Hollywood calling Peter, telling Peter off. We have other men in Hollywood whose mental health is the first diagnosis that is brought to the forefront when they have a meltdown on the set of Bubkiss, when they fold the TV in half, and all of that jazz because Kim was using their name. So that man, mental health was always taken into consideration, but the media didn't trash him, bash him, or throw him under the bus. So why is it that Ye cannot do the simpler things like sitting on a boat, having his wife hide her face on his chest or on his body? Because if he does, they're going to ensure that they put out specific photographs to leave or give the impression that this couple was doing something on the river that they have been calling them about. Because if we weren't able to, finish ruining Ye in Los Angeles, California, we started using the media. So like hell, why not use the media to continue ruining him while he's in Italy? How dare Kanye trying to live like he's, the king? How dare Kanye trying to make a comeback, right? That is what is going on. And you know what? If we're actually paying attention, you would know that these clips are being strategically placed. Because even when they got off the boat and the gentleman in the white came to escort them, it's given the sense that he has a concierge service where he's staying and that he's their driver who came to meet them. I could be wrong, but based on what I'm observing, that is what I'm seeing. So if you think all of those clips exist, don't you think that there's a video clearly showing you everything that took place on that river on that day? If we're seeing these snippets, there are clips showing you exactly what happened on the river on that day. But does those clips satisfies the media agenda? No. So why not put snippets here and there and leave it to the impression of the people to judge? Because if you strategically place those clips, people who really do not look beneath the surface at first glance will see only one thing. And there are some people who are always waiting for the latest horrible news on ye. When those people see this, they are the first to run with it and to give everyone the impression. And as a man who is known to be, obsessed with pornography, everyone is going to say, yay, that's what he's doing because he told us he's obsessed with porn. So he has to be doing this, right? Because Ye is just a different person. He's not a human being. But if you're really thinking about it, and if you're looking at these photographs, with close observation, and if you're being tactful about it, you would ask the question and you would realize that this woman shift her position. Why would people be taking your videos of you and your photograph, and you're going to shift your position to give your husband a favor in the public, but then at the same time you look like you're having a panic attack because of all these cameras in your face and you just want to leave? Make it make sense. They were not doing what people are pushing, the belief, or the agenda that they were doing on that river. Totally innocent moment, besides the beer backside. And that's all I have to say about that. Let me know what are your thoughts, and while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share if you care, and see you all later. Bye, guys.